Welcome to Rolls of Redemption, where we redeem your Monday one roll at a time. Grab your snack, grab your drink of choice, and let's get rolling. Hey guys,
If you
we are down.
Mountain Dew.
Hello.
Oh, okay. We are down Kai and Torkel right now for life reasons, but they'll be side questing in the Discord, which is probably a good reminder to go join the Discord. Head down over to the link tree. It is there, and it's for free.
And it's fun.
It is.
We
fun.
play
It is fun.
games.
We have a good time.
We make terrible characters.
Terrible.
Did you see the stats I rolled today? Cause
that
They
was a bit
weren't-
small.
that's a
Great.
commoner. That commoner's gonna die.
Yeah. This is what happens when,
I get to play.
Robert decides to go adventuring. He ends up in the hospital.
Yeah, that's why he has a wife to say, stop that.
That's
Yeah.
funny. The Peter is the same way.
What is up with these guys?
Oh, stop that! Don't.
No,
do
no,
that.
I don't know,
My
like-
strength and constitution and dexterity are much higher than that. My intelligence
that's
might not be,
true.
but the rest of them.
Wisdom's questionable.
That's
But
why
have you
have a
have you
wife.
seen my charm?
Oh, that's not existent.
George Urkel has terrible stats. Yeah, good. I think it's a contributor to that because I had work, but yeah, the end results really did look unfortunate.
I just hopped on immediately because I had to say cleric before anybody else said any other class ever.
And then
We
he had
need
a
more
stat block
clerics.
like a cleric, so.
Well, fuck you too. But we're a little squishy. My real life constitution modifier is not great.
Not great.
It's not great. Am I still going to rush into melee? Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately for the rest of us, yes.
Yes, you will have to carry my
No-
ass up the next Spartan.
No matter
so.
how many times we tell you not to, you do it anyway.
Don't do that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, look, she did it. All right.
But I do it adorably. So like, I may die running.
You
a
may
Spartan
fall.
race, but it'll be so cute.
Which I have
It will
seen.
be. Yeah.
a
You've seen me
multitude of
fall.
times.
What? When? Where? Why?
Which time?
Which time were you referring to?
You must be more specific.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to try and recap a little bit of what's been going on. Since returning to the town of Saltmarsh from their hijinks in the alternate plane of Halloween ism, I don't know, the group split up as they are always want to do. Akir was this close to getting taken aboard a Eclipse Lord's ship, but instead got to have a heart-to-heart with Eleander and learn a little bit about what's going on. Atreus, Mina, and eventually Torkel and Akir gathered up to go talk to our favorite wizard, Keladek. And, it went about as well as it could have. He has not turned against the party. He got exactly what he wanted from them. And he has not joined any of the factions currently opposed to the party. So I'm calling that a win.
Akira's also calling that a win, because he basically is like, we've appeased the evil guy who caused us lots of trouble, and so now he'll just go play with his stick.
Yeah.
I heard
That laughter could be heard through the door.
heard it through Rob's mic.
Yeah. Upstairs.
That
Through
was
the
really
closed door.
stupid. He'll just go play
It
with
was
the
really
stick.
good.
Fine. Uh,
All the while, at first, Torkel and Kai went to go find Honey, where Torkel left Honey and Kai as they went into a back room. things happened. Things transpired. Honey offered 500 gold pieces for the book, and Kai said no. And Rob was disappointed, but it's fine. The group did, well, just Kai. Kai earned and held up their end of the bargain with Honey with about 10 hours to spare, and successfully has made themselves forgotten in exchange for a different forgotten secret. And then Honey and Kai basically gave each other the middle finger equivalent of a handshake goodbye for changelings and peaced out. So that leaves us with Torkel having bidden the group farewell, as he is going back to hang out with Kai for a little bit, and the three of you have to decide what in the world you want to do with a tower full of treasure and a less than 2 weeks until the eclipse comes.
Akira, what do you want to buy?
You may be surprised to know I don't really have anything on my shopping list at the moment.
Are you feeling okay? Are you sure you weren't press ganged by a mummy lord?
Almost.
Mm.
Yes. It seems our endeavors have filled our coffers fuller than expected.
Should we donate it? Like, what do we do with all of this? I have.
Again, you are the incumbent king of the Dreadwood.
Oh yeah,
I bring it back
You
home.
have a
but, like,
kingdom to run if you survive all of this.
We did kind of,
but we need like a bank.
we did kind of raid the treasury at your castle and empty its coffers entirely, so you might want to refill those.
Of course.
Yeah.
we
Well,
would like
we
It
only
was an
keep
advanced
this.
load.
But
yeah.
how do we deposit it so that we don't have to physically keep it?
Is there a ghost bank of the Dreadwood that's not haunted anymore? The less Dreadwood, the Dreadless.
Do we just need
I
another
need
bag of holding?
No. It's okay.
The only thing I can think to purchase is another fireball necklace. And we are making the charm, so we don't need
Uh-huh.
to, I guess, find it unless we think we can find another dragon bracelet, which we don't have the supplies for, so it's going to be the charm.
Do I have to roll to make this charm bracelet? Okay. What am I rolling to do?
That's a great question. Let me
Be-
pull up
I
the
feel
details.
like we could pretend that Bardic was served at the end. I feel like Bardic was maybe was served at the end of the last stream.
It was probably like
I think there was, so
There's-
we'll get one bardic, but I'm not sure
One
we should
bardic.
use it on this one because this is a first level spell, so it is a lower risk than the other spells that we want to cast, which are like 3rd and 4th level spells, I think.
Well, again, you can roll and then decide to add the bardic.
Right.
All right. So what are you shaping this to be?
Like the bracelet?
So what spell are we casting here? Protection from good and evil?
Think
Yes.
so.
Yeah.
We landed on.
Can
Enchant a
Can
stone
Akir-
and then ask.
Can Akir offer assistance to Atreus in casting the spell because he also can cast the spell to give him advantage?
Did this have to be on my what the fuck? Sorry. Did this have to be on my prepared spells right now that I did not obviously prepare for because I did not prepare for this stream in any way?
Yes, it will need to be in your prepared spell list, so change out something for it.
Meow.
So without Kai, you don't have guidance.
Oh, I can't guidance myself here.
You cannot.
Well, if
Fuck
Akira
me.
has it, can you guidance Akira?
What's the formula again that we're
mute?
trying to roll for?
Yep.
I just want to make sure that the
Guidance.
guidance
What's
will
the number?
outweigh the wisdom difference that Atreus and I have. Because I think Atreus
All right,
is...
cast a spell and add 10 minutes per spell level. So this is a 20-minute duration. At the end of the casting time, make a caster check using the ability score. So that would be wisdom for the two of you. The DC is 10 plus a spell level. So DC 11 to actually make it work. On a successful check, your spell slot is consumed and unavailable. If you exceed by 10 or more, the spell slot is used, and you keep your spell slot empty.
Then
So you need a 21.
Then I would say there's a 2-point difference in our wisdom saves. In our wisdom abilities. So Akir should do it, and you can add guidance because there's a better chance that it will be equal or better than your roll if with guidance.
Okay.
Plus, if we don't get 10 over, Akir's not that worried about not having a first level spell slot. Whereas our cleric should keep all of their spell slots if possible.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Then that's what we're doing.
Does anyone have enhance ability?
I don't know what that means.
No.
So probably not.
Pretty sure I do.
I don't need Viagra.
It's like, these words make no sense to me, so I'm gonna assume no.
Yeah. If you are willing to put that into Mina's ring of spell storing, then Mina can grant someone advantage on this.
Okay. I have enhance ability, so Akir will use a second level slot to put that in Mina's ring, so that Mina can cast enhance ability as which one is it? Al's wisdom. And then he'll use the first level slot. I guess I need to prepare both of those real quick.
Yep.
Get rid of those two. Add these.
Tell me if I have to.
There's
do
a reason we're doing this live, so we can work through all of these things. Because eventually you're going to have to do these things like in combat or under duress or, you know.
No, I don't do anything under duress. I just cry.
So
Let this be a lesson to everyone that this is a normal occurrence at every D&D table, okay? We can't all be, professional, like, just know things right off the top of our heads and,
Okay.
we're not Critical Role. I'll never be Laura Bailey.
I've got my spells swapped out. So we're going to put enhance ability in the ring. So marking off that slot. And then we're doing guidance and enhance ability on casting protection from good and evil on this stone that's being shaped into a bracelet.
Yeah.
All right.
Okie
So,
would you like some
Mina.
guidance?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Have 3.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, do you have an idea what this bracelet is going to look like? Would you like to craft it yourself, or are we just worrying about making the magic stone and you can make it pretty later?
I was planning. I was planning to have the rock, and I have a visual aid right here, actually, just because it's in this desk, and now it's what it looks like. So this is a essential
You're my
oil.
favorite.
This is an essential oil diffuser thing, and you put the little oil in the felt pad, and then it opens up, and then you put it in there, and then it closes, and that's what's gonna be the center of it because I said so. And then she's gonna have a little charm bracelet.
Nice. I love this.
I love you so much. You're my
Essential
favorite.
oil, but not essential oils. It's protection from good and evil. Which
That's
So,
fantastic.
essential
asking
oils.
the right.
So this is essential
asking
oils?
Any person who believes in essential oils, that's what they do.
It's, yes.
So,
There is a scent actually that the the stone releases, and it is lavender.
Lavender and eucalyptus kind of thing.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah, perfect. You're healed. All of your chronic illnesses are gone.
That's
at the
exactly how
scent.
it works. I put essential
Yeah.
oils around me, and therefore I am less likely to be charmed by the ways of the world.
So I'm rolling a
Nice.
wisdom check here.
Yes. You're also consuming holy water as part of this. So,
Oh,
Roll against multi-level marketing schemes.
all right, so you're going to roll a wisdom check at advantage and then add 3 on top of that.
Nice. That's a 22.
That is a complete success. It does not get any better than that.
Boom. I
Wow,
get to keep
look
my
at
spell
us.
slot.
You keep your spell slot. Mina is no longer charmable
yes.
To be fair,
Essential
by
oils.
certain monsters.
only by certain monsters.
But most of the monsters I was
Not
planning to use for
sponsored
the
by
rest of this
Young
game.
Living.
Most monsters
Or doTERRA.
most monsters that would charm or possess are in the list of protected types.
All right. He's going
Alright.
to like, I guess, scent. There's like a little scent in the air, and just like, all right, I think that worked. Here, Akir, have your bracelet back.
Perfect, thank you. It's a flashback to the woman's face on the dock.
Akir, as you go to put this bracelet on, it burns for a second.
Oh, sorry.
And
What did you do to
you-
this?
I run a
You
little
suddenly-
longer these days.
You good?
The scales that make up this bracelet almost flare open, as if they are waking up.
Oh shit! What did I do?
Wait, what?
It was used to slay a dragon, so it has leveled up again.
Oh,
You're welcome.
that's right.
You
I
can
mean,
now,
I got in there, so
yeah, you cannot take this off, as it literally. I mean, you could force it off, but these scales are essentially starting to cut into your
So they're
forearm.
gonna start cutting into me.
is it supposed to do that?
I think it's becoming more powerful.
And like eating you?
No, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay.
All right, so
You
I
wouldn't
do that
have
to
me.
the awakened one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So one more dragon, and you have the exalted one.
Nice.
Damn. All right. Sorry if that hurt you.
And we
But-
said that it can the damage part, it can work for acid. What do you say? Acid,
Poison and lightning.
Awesome.
It came with lightning.
Yeah.
You killed a black dragon, and then you guys just killed a dragon that
Cool,
did
cool,
poison.
cool.
So
Hey. Somehow you're gonna have to like put a thing on my character sheet that equals what my little rock does now. Looks like I don't know how to make that reflect defenses. I don't know if
You
you
might
can
just
manually
you
change
might just have to add the protection from good and evil to her sheet somehow in a way that she doesn't have to do anything with it, just so that the description is there, I guess.
it's just there.
Just there,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a tomorrow problem.
But hey,
'Cause
we
if
did
you
it.
do something today that gets you involved, I'll remember because I've got
Yeah.
it open on a tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job,
All right.
team. I now feel much better that 2 party members cannot be charmed.
Oh, I was gonna
And one
say
of those is me.
the other spell that we did want to try to do was Shield of Faith. I don't know if we wanted to try and enchant that now too while we're on a good streak.
On a
You've
roll.
got a board.
And I guess
On what?
enhanced ability is still running because that runs for an hour.
Yeah,
Mhm.
might as well do it now. What are we doing it on?
Another stone, and it would give someone basically a permanent +2 to the AC. Who wants a +2 to the AC?
Not for Mina. Not for Mina. What's your
Wait,
AC right
why
now?
don't you want Mina to
Why
have a
not?
26 AC?
Because Mina
Her
has.
It
it
would
went
be
down.
25.
25 AC.
What's your AC right now?
Mine?
Yeah.
It's a 21, but only because of my shield. And so, like, when we're in
Honestly,
what's
combat, it
Mina's?
drops to a 19.
23.
23? Okay, mine's 21.
Okay, so Akira could use it, and then he wouldn't feel as bad about putting his shield away.
Taking his shield down, yeah.
Alright.
So we're
Use
gonna
that.
try and enchant a stone. Can I make it a ring?
Sure.
Make it whatever
Alright,
you want.
we're gonna make a ring that's Shield of Faith. Do we need a second guidance roll?
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
Okay. Can you roll that for me, Atreus?
Yes.
There we go. Shield of Faith. Using all the spells.
Only two for you.
Ooh. Which
Sorry.
makes it a total of a 19.
Bardic.
I might as well use the Bardic, otherwise it's just gonna go away, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
let's use it.
Yeah.
Gonna use the Bardic. There we go, that's a 4, which brings us to 23, which is more than enough.
Good
There you go.
enough. Delightful.
Alright.
So, yeah. You can add that in a couple of different ways. That's an easy thing to add to your character sheet. So,
Okay. For now, I'm just adding it as an override on my AC. Adding a +2 magic bonus. But I'll find an item or something some other time. Excellent. Hey, now when I have my shield, my AC is the same as Mina's.
Nice.
Hey, look, Dex is here. Hey, Dex. All right.
Okay.
So I think we've got the necessities done, and Akir has used 3 spell slots this morning. But luckily none of that was permanent, so he's ready to go.
there
Okay.
you go. All right. Janine,
Yeah,
would you like me to reattune you to Amaril's vow?
I already did it.
Oh, you did it. You already said you got your spell sheet all
Uh-huh.
done.
I dropped that scale ornament like it's hot, and I put my trident back.
Nice. Did you delete the scale ornament? You did. Nicely done.
I learned things
All right.
eventually.
Look at you go,
Yeah.
babe. So proud of
So
you.
I added.
Okay, this is like the most
Immunity.
basic thing to do on D&D Beyond, guys. Let's not get carried away.
So I went and added immunity to Charmed and Frightened for you.
Nice.
So I figured I had to do that today.
Fabulous.
And again, it's not everybody, but it's enough that it should generally always be there.
And Akira's back to immunity against everybody, so he's feeling pretty good. Especially with this new permanent shield he's got on him.
Yeah.
So now that
Uh,
everybody's happy and has cool jewelry, how much would you hate going to visit the stronghold to confirm that I can do what I plan to do with the Evenkeepers?
And acquire additional help to close some of the portals.
That would be good. I'm pretty sure Kai and Torko are good here in Saltmarsh, keeping an eye on things, keeping an eye on Zendros. So, no time like the present.
We might as well get it over with. The sooner we find out if we'll have help or not, the better.
We're not walking there, right? Being-
No.
No, just
no.
likely
Good.
walking back.
No.
Not necessarily.
If Haniel can pick Atreus up and then drop him off, I think he can do the same for us. Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can. So,
Yeah.
Also, people generally are like teleported in and out. I think there've only a few times I've actually walked into the I'm actually not entirely sure where it is.
One does not simply walk into the stronghold.
No. it's like kind of hidden, and I'm pretty sure I know where it is, but also I'm not at all sure at all.
And
so
they know we're coming. They're not going to have an issue with two outsiders coming in. I guess Mina's not entirely an outsider, but at least myself.
Yeah.
You should sound more
I didn't-
confident.
You mentioned this to Haniel, right? In your chat?
I think it's fine.
You think it's fine? Or you think it's fine?
It'll
I'm not
said the
okay
same
with
thing
either
twice.
of those options.
It'll be exciting.
Do you want me to call and check first?
No, I want to show up and cause chaos. Let's go.
Okay.
I am your faithful bodyguard.
No, I'm glad
Great.
you finally accepted that.
From a different god.
You're a lot in life.
Now I'm actually really anxious about bringing you guys home. So this sucks. Please don't say anything stupid like about me. It's like
Or about how wonderful Eusidian is.
I won't tell everyone
Please
that you talk
don't.
in your trance.
He talks in his
I
trance.
do not. I don't.
Sometimes.
No, no. Okay. Okay.
I won't embarrass you in front of your friends. Promise.
How do I just take out the little scroll thing that I've had in my pockets?
Yep. It's been a while.
Yeah. Cool. So I have to cast that, right? The use word of recall?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
We're going on a trip.
There's my 6th level spell slot.
No, it's not a spell. It's a scroll.
Yeah, you don't
Oh.
use the slot.
Yeah.
Never mind.
This is gone forever now.
That's the whole
Okay,
point
gone
of the
forever.
scroll.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So I take out the scroll and I tap my heels together 3 times. No, just kidding.
Why is he doing that with his feet? Is that normal?
I'm not.
It's a nervous sound.
I did not actually do that. That's not canon. I take it out and wait for the DM to tell me how to get there.
Okay. You start reading the scroll, which, again, was attuned specifically to the Sanctuary of Eusidium. You unfurl it, and you never actually read it, so it takes a minute. You're stumbling through. You feel the power. The two of you watch the amulet that sits around his neck begin to glow. This claw, the bone hand of Eusidium, almost starts to tighten around the sword as the letters on the page in the very fancy Elvish script start to also glow with this faint light. By the end of the incantation, all of you realize that the ground around you has begun to glow. And the scroll hovers for a moment, bursts, and Atreus just kind of goes like this and grabs the two of you, suddenly realizing that he has to be in contact with the people he's bringing with him. And
That would
The
have pissed me
world-
off a whole lot.
is suddenly
so fucking stupid.
very, very cold. You went from the nice tropical breeze of salt marsh to somewhere in the snow-covered mountains up north. Amelia, if you could quick check the DMs I sent you, in
Where?
the Atreus Secrets channel,
Oh,
and tell me if any one of these sparks your interest.
Top left.
Top left. Okay. Let me pull that off the internet. Ooh, that's very cool. So, dropping this in stream chat, spoilers on the Discord. This is where Atreus knows he is. The rest of you are inside a structure. You're standing in the pew that, well, Atreus kind of described to you when he talked about the time he got yanked and yoinked out of the world the day after, right around his wedding day.
During his honeymoon.
You-
It's great.
You see the dais with three podiums where the three officers, essentially, the three clergymen, sit. One now designated for Atreus, should there ever be a convening. The symbol of Eucidium is, I'm not even going to say stunning, it's more just disconcerting. It's large, and the pale bones look as if they were truly plucked off of maybe a person the size of a dragon, and just sit there clutching a sword, and the scales of pure gold balance unendingly in the breezeless room. Behind you, on the opposite end of the sanctuary, is a very large door. The door which Atreus knows leads to the inner sanctum, which is on a different plane, and is what Hanael and the others have used to plane shift and gate people in and out of this sanctuary area. There are a couple more doors, and there are a few windows, as well as some skylights around, but mostly what you see is cold stone and marble. The sanctuary is currently empty, so you have run of the place.
Nice.
It's a little bigger than I expected.
I told you, it's a thing. It's actually a thing. Plenty
It's
of people
fucking cold in
believe
here.
It
in
is a little
Eucidium.
chilly, isn't it? Do
Sounds
you
like
not
so.
have fires?
Yes, but in the barracks, like in the rooms for sleeping, so you don't, freeze in our sleep. But mostly it's, it's to build strength and character. All right, this is the way to Hanael's office. And I'm
last
going
time
to...
Last time I checked, losing a finger to the cord isn't a good way to build strength.
I think nobody has lost fingers to the cold specifically here.
Just for other reasons.
I mean, yeah,
Fun.
but I mean, they're healed if they lose them in training, but if they lost them in their previous life, they're gone. Like, gone.
So, is Haniel's office warmer than this room?
No.
Cool. If you think about it, if she has like fire powers, that means that the cold's gonna feel really, really fucking cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Sorry.
Akira's just gonna stick really close to Mina because she's like radiating heat, despite the fact that she's losing it very quickly.
Yeah.
It's at least something.
Okay.
It's something.
I'm very method right now because I actually am kind of cold.
Yeah, so I'll go towards Haniel's office. Is the door open? Is it closed?
It is closed,
I
but you do
will.
hear. And Hanael steps up. You hear the scratching that you could only assume was a quill against parchment stop. You hear the creak of a chair, and then these slow footsteps, very, very quiet footsteps, mind you, against the cold stone floor as Hanael opens the door. Do you have a description of Hanael?
I think I described him as a tall, very old elf with long silver hair. You don't have to put on your ears. But one of the defining features about him was a very like gruesome scar across his. What are you trying to? Why are you trying to stop this? No, all done. All done. Put it down, my love. Sweet beloved one. This is
It is down.
no.
Floppy.
He had like a very big scar across like his face and then down his neck.
And
Where's
apparently
the
a tiara.
And apparently a tiara. Apparently, when your husband must wear costumes at all times. He
Now he can't hear you.
Oh, he can't hear me. He's so cute.
There.
And the typical black robes and armor of the Order of the Brotherhood of Eucidium.
The Order of the Brotherhood.
The Order of the Brotherhood.
I don't remember what I fucking called it. The Brotherhood of Eucidium? Was it an order? I don't remember. It was the Order of Eucidium? I don't know. That was 2
Hydrate.
years ago, guys.
Oh my god.
I know.
Hi.
I should have gone back and found your backstory. I went and tried to find some of it, and is
It's-
the document somewhere?
Yeah, there's a document somewhere, but I don't know where that ended up.
Yeah, I couldn't find it either. So it's okay.
Sorry, we're a bit later than I
I
had
drink
expected.
to slow the spirals. You know it so
You
well.
brought them. You brought them all. No, you brought.
I brought 2 of them. There's 2 others back in Saltmarsh.
But
Hanael, this is my wife, Mina. And this is my friend, Akir. They have been instrumental in closing these portals.
It's good to see you again.
I have heard. Oh, Lady Barakian, welcome to the stronghold.
It's a little cold.
I wish you. It is always cold. Such are the lives of the not dead.
No, don't try. Don't.
Master Akir, it is a pleasure. Your reputation precedes you.
I would say yours does as well, though it seems very few know about this place.
Very few care until it matters.
Fair point.
Most do not prefer to dwell upon death. And fewer these days prefer justice.
Probably just the cold keeping them away.
We
That'd be
we
a very
brought
good tourist spot.
No, the skeletons don't help either.
Mm-mm.
Mm. So we brought the even Kephis.
Fantastic. That is good news. We had planned to launch an attack in the next day, actually.
Into the woods.
To at least try and locate the portal.
You still haven't found it.
Well, we've found where the hordes grow so deep that we can't go further.
Fuck.
Has anyone flown overhead?
We've tried that twice now. The first was eaten by a dragon made of bones.
Oh, good.
Nice.
The second was shot out of the sky.
No flying for you, bird.
No, she did return, but mostly wounded and really did not have any memory worth pursuing.
And you have a plan that differs that you feel will be successful in your new attempt.
No, we're just tired of waiting to die. And if what we've learned about the eclipse is true, well, if we find it, most of us will die. If we wait for the eclipse, we shall all likely die.
I have every intention of, if I can figure out if my plan actually is going to work, I would like to go back to the portals that have already closed and permanently seal them off so that once the eclipse happens, they can't be reopened. I don't know if I told you this, but I did hear from Atraxes.
I don't believe you shared this.
No. So, at the eclipse,
He crosses his arm like every classic dad whose child is in trouble.
I don't like that. I just looked. I see both Rob and Peter. Like, I'm like, no, sorry. What did I do?
As Haniel does that, Akira is also going to kind of...
You knew, Akira. Fuck off.
I didn't know you didn't tell him.
My arms were already crossed to start with because I'm cold. So fuck you, everyone.
He's coming for me specifically to meet me at the eclipse. So there's that as well.
Does he believe you're in Saltmarsh, or is he tracking you? Like,
I don't know because when I spoke to him, I was in the Dreadwood. Fix that curse.
I have heard.
Yeah.
Well done.
I did it. When
Claimed
I
it
spoke,
for Eucidium, I believe.
I did. Yeah.
Very proud.
So, yeah, he, I guess, was supposed to be the next in charge there. He was the heir to the Dreadwood. And I sort of took that. He said that was when I spoke to him, and he said he would meet with me then. But I mean, I'm not in the Dreadwood now, so had he said he would meet me in Saltmarsh? I don't remember.
He just said he would find you. So
Said he would find me, so I have to assume he.
wherever you are, he knows.
Yeah. Is that just because he made me, or do you think he's tracking me in a way that I could avoid?
Perhaps both.
Uh-huh.
It depends. Have you been traveling on foot this whole time?
No.
Obviously not to here.
No, we went through the trees from the Dreadwood back to Saltmarsh, and then we were underground in the Myconid village, underneath Saltmarsh, and then went to a different plane.
Yeah, that was fun. We met
I'm
some
not
weird
entirely sure
people
where
there.
it was. We met some really weird people. There was someone who had like this really useless weapon.
It's really
like,
funny though.
It looked so cool and so sleek, and then she it was like
Anything.
this thing, and it just
shot
went
bright lights.
phew, shot bright lights and didn't do anything useful. So yeah.
Anyway.
And that's who we met there.
So no.
No,
Not always.
Okay.
Not consistent.
sir. Sorry.
Then good if he is tracking you through the material plane or through the ethereal plane.
Hmm.
Because if you are teleporting, he would not be able to just follow you and haunt you.
I thought it was weird when we were in the castle. It wasn't that I saw him, but I knew he was there. Does that make sense?
Was this before or after you ended the curse?
After.
Then perhaps he has found a way to walk between the planes.
Fun.
But again, he would be unable to be here. He would be unable to follow you through teleportation.
All right.
So unless he is able to track you through some other means, or he knew your whereabouts if you were, speaking them aloud or something, then he would not know where you are.
Does he know where this stronghold is?
I would assume so.
Then he may know we are
The
here.
father of vampires.
I mean, we did discuss our plan to come here, and that was, out loud.
Yeah.
So there's that.
But I mean,
Well, then,
he said
if he
would-
shows up, he shows up.
Then reunion for everyone. So
We
fun.
kill him like every other vampire and undead that crash against our walls.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have the rocks. We enchanted some of them, so we tested that out.
Good,
That
good.
was good.
Successful.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I mean,
Haven't really.
yeah.
Don't know how to test it. Unless. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been tested yet, but I'm fairly certain we have protection from good and evil in this bracelet for her.
And you watch him
And-
kind of look at the bracelet and then. Ah, yes, I sense it.
Smell it. So that. Yeah. Pretty sure it worked.
Well, if we encounter any creatures of the type and they cower from your lavender, then we know that you are indeed holy. And yeah.
Fantastic.
I have a question, not exactly relating to all of this. I have a question about Nightrender.
Yes.
Nightrender talks to Mina.
She's a delight.
She doesn't.
No, like actual words. Like they.
Only when I'm sleeping. We have like these buddy chats every once in a while. Not every time. But and she's pretty cool.
I've never heard of that. Nightrender and I were together for a few hundred years, and
So this is
glows
with
feelings,
right?
normal, very, very typical. As High Cleric, I did know of your faith, and I see the gift upon your shield.
Yeah, she did that too. So I have some of Eucidium's blessed power through Nightrender. We've never chatted, and I don't believe we should start. But yeah, so like Eucidium adjacent, kind of. I'm not really sure why, but that's
In the end, this was never allowed before the two of you, so perhaps all the rules have changed.
Nightrender's just a little rule breaker like us. I guess.
I believe she was the rule maker.
Okay, so she doesn't mind amendments.
Nice, good.
Guess not. I am in no way empowered to speak anything ill against this. So
Okay, I mean, good.
It's come in handy. It's been
I would
useful,
imagine.
so
I just wanted to know if that had ever happened before, or if my wife was so super special. And so I guess I know now.
I'll take it.
He looks a little whether it's despondent or disappointed or something. He's
At
definitely
me?
He's
no
getting-
at
No, that
He's
is
Nightrender.
getting
the
too
sword
old
didn't
for
talk to
this.
him. But
Yeah.
Mina looks significantly more comfortable now.
You obviously, as the sword of Eucidium, have your run of the stronghold. I would not recommend leaving, as
To the
there
front gate.
literally are skeletons a stone's throw from the gates
How do y'all sleep at night?
in shifts.
Yeah, there are watches.
Correct.
Very anxiously.
We are at constant war.
And if we
Is-
could help you close this portal problem of yours, would it be reasonable that we could have assistance from some of your... What do you call yourselves? does not...
Brothers.
Sure, your brothers. To come help us close the portals around Saltmarsh.
If the stronghold were made safe, this would be an easy task. Right now, almost all of us have been recalled just to hold the walls.
So if we
And no
need
one knows where the portal is yet?
We have a hunch. And he turns around and moves to his desk and just kind of offers all of you seats in his office. His office is cold. It's not barren, but it's bare bones. There are books, not a particularly great number of books, but you can tell that he's read and he's well read. If nothing else, he probably swaps out the books for other ones as he goes. There's only a small table with about 4 chairs in it, as well as his fairly large desk, which is where you had come in and seen him. He has a little candelabra with dripping wax going down. It is
Everything's
very
very
noticeable.
gray here.
It's very gray. It's
I
very,
feel
very gray.
very bright.
Yeah.
In yellow.
You light up the room.
Quite literally.
The only
My trident is attuned again, so
Yeah.
you know.
the scales are silver or the scales are gold? Remind me.
Silver.
Silver, okay. Only in your dream are they gold?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry about that in continuity error. So yeah, the sconce, the candelabra, all of these things are silver, and he picks up the map that he was scrawling on, and he takes a little bit of sand, throws it off, and then blows the sand off as it helps to dry the ink away from you. Come on, he has decorum. And he takes it and unfurls it fully across the table. What you see is a nearly aerial view of the stronghold. It marks a couple of weak points in the walls where probably over lifetimes it has deteriorated and not been fully repaired properly. It outlines the forest, it outlines the nearby frozen lake, and the mountains. He begins by saying, the forest is overrun with all sorts of skeletal creatures. Beyond that, and we have been able to carve a path upon a few occasions down the main road, stealthing our way through areas to get to the more open fields. It looks like here at this ravine is somewhere within the lake is likely the portal. And then he turns and walks over to the shelf and begins running his finger along some of the spines. He pulls out a book and lays it out for all of you to see. Once upon a time where there was, spring in these parts, this was the topography of the lake. So if there is a portal, it would likely be underwater. Which now means beneath the ice.
Frozen. Even better.
My guess is the reason we only have skeletons here is this and this alone, that they have to cut open part of the ice and the skeletons have to march from beneath. So were they to have any undead that were not completely immune to the cold or the ice, or needed to breathe in some form, they would not be able to pass through and come here. But where in the lake, we have no idea.
That sucks. Would it be possible if can I pray to Eucidium about that and pray for him to just close the portal and use that divine intervention to just close, not all of them, just this one.
once.
Just this one, so that there's less of a horde coming out, so that then I can send some Order brothers with the Eben Keepus to keep it closed permanently, and they can go on their little scuba diving mission, but I don't have to.
You are obviously more than welcome to try.
Yay! Okay.
Just this once, Eucidium.
What level are you?
13.
13. All right, so you need a 13 or under on a D100 roll.
Come on, baby. D100, 13 or under. Come on. Fuck! 92.
It's the complete opposite here.
Right. You will not be doing this for us today.
No, we.
Do we need the actual word of
Eucidium
Eucidium?
cannot come to the phone today. Please try again later.
Accept this answer from the answer machine that he changes daily.
A peaceful mind generates power.
Just, be calm and take care of your problem.
We tried being peaceful about it. Atreus.
Have you tried meditating?
You tried
No.
yoga, maybe.
Yes, but I'm hyper flexible, so
Not you,
I don't
Atreus.
know if
No.
it's good.
Atreus just needs to
Maybe he is too.
Atreus just needs to lead the skeleton army in a nice, calming yoga session.
Right.
They're just angry.
Yeah, that is
For the power
That's
of patience. You can
so many
just
crinkly
calm
bones,
the fuck
all the
down.
joints creaking.
and go into Shavasana, corpse pose.
Corpse pose.
And then they all laugh because they're already in corpse pose.
Janine, do you have inspiration? Would you like it?
I do. Does anyone not have it? I'll donate that one.
I currently do not, because I used it for... I think I used it to prevent myself from being lured onto
I
the
like
ship.
the donation system we have now come
You
up
did.
with, and I donated to a queue.
Excellent.
There it is. All right. So the plan is to march out at dawn. We will move in a few flanks. Now that you are here, you will obviously lead the sword arm.
Obviously.
Yeah. Right.
Left, I believe.
That's what I was going to ask. How is that going to work? I've never led an army.
Well, we don't really function as an army. We're more just a bunch of individuals trying to prevent each other from dying.
Okay.
You're about to give my my wife an aneurysm.
So maybe, before everyone marches to their certain death and just adds to the army of corpses.
Probable death.
No, with that, real wonderful idea. I'm gonna go with certain. What if we congregate everyone that is here who is planning to do said march, and maybe go over some training of how to work as a unit before we go outside where it's fucking cold and corpses, skeletal corpses, scorps for short.
Corpse. Skeleton corp.
Scorps are
Yes.
trying to kill us immediately. I'm not saying that it will move out of the certainty of death, but I like to improve the chances ever so slightly.
I don't know how well that will go over with centuries worth of tradition where nobody works together.
Regardless
But-
of how many survive or how many skeletons are cut down, do we have a way of accessing the portal if it's under a frozen lake?
And also, our marriage didn't go over very well, and look where we are today. So, Scorp training.
Okay.
But yes, there needs to be a little bit further of a plan of just march out into the fucking woods.
Yeah.
Well,
Hydrate,
if-
but I'm out of drink.
Yeah, I don't have any drinks.
It's a bio break time while we all ruminate over Scorp training.
There it is. The skeleton corpse core.
The corpse
Nice.
pose. All right.
All right.
Well,
All right.
do the thing.
We are going on a bio break. We will be back in 5 minutes. There will be a timer and tunes by Arcane Anthems. We will see you soon. Bye. we're back, and maybe a little late, but I don't know.
Just slightly. You know.
Okay,
Right.
yes. I was telling Peter that I had this like montage in my head to be a man. Let's get down.
Good, excellent.
To defeat the Scorps.
Yeah,
It works.
it works. So, you know how in the Avengers, it's just a bunch of heroes, and they can't actually fight as a unit, and it's just here's the bad guy, and they almost compete to who can kill the bad guy.
Not an endgame.
No, that's the difference. So you're trying to move from one to the other because you have a whole bunch of soloists who are very good at what they do.
And you know how there's that guy with the shield who taught the group how to fight together? Well, we have a girl with a shield who's going to teach the group how to fight together.
Yeah, apparently.
Aw, Mina's Captain America.
I thought I asked for it too.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean that Akir is Falcon?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
On your left.
Yeah.
Wrong character, but not important.
Atreus is the AO3 version of Bucky Barnes, apparently, for everyone who ships Bucky and Cap.
Nice.
I mean, I do love Bucky so much. So much. I'm a Sebastian Stan.
Stan.
Yeah. So as I was saying, if we could organize an assembly, we might want to.
Are you telling us to assemble? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Okay.
Brotherhood assemble or whatever the fuck happens here. Got a bell or something?
We have the training that happens at dawn each morning, and there's yes, if you would like, I could call together the troops, as you will, if that makes you happy.
Sure does.
Isn't she great?
Yes.
I saw a little vein in his forehead, like close a little bit.
Poor Haniel is like, I thought one Barakian was a lot to handle. Now there's two. I need to
Unfortunately.
retire.
Unfortunately, this is a little bit of payback. I am messing with you. Only slightly. But I do think your plan is shit. So.
I didn't even finish the plan.
It started badly.
I'd like to hear more
An
about the
arm
lake.
to attack, an arm to defend, and the heart to keep from them from getting through to take the stronghold.
That
It
makes
sounds like you'll have to work together.
Yes, each has its role and its job. It is the sword, the shield, and the scales. It is what creates the balance.
Great. Those are the names of the units, which have to.
Yes.
Each individual unit has to know how to move as a unit. Correct?
Yes,
All right. Fabulous.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
We might be. But then we can talk about it all together tomorrow morning at dawn.
Do you just want to have everyone over for lunch? Would that be more preferable?
I do love lunch.
she's not really a morning person.
Oh.
But it gives us the most time fighting the undead without the darkness.
Right. So what time is it right now? Where? Yeah.
It is
Because-
almost
Where are we?
the lunch bell.
Great. Let's go to lunch.
So,
All right, let's go.
Haneo is really just kind of
Overwhelmed by me, I know. So was my grandfather.
Yes.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. She's amazing.
Whew.
It doesn't really take no for an answer.
Sometimes she needs a little push in one direction or the other, but she'll keep the train moving, as it were. The carriage
You guys come to lunch?
moving.
Or
We're going to
I don't
Yes.
actually know where I'm
She
going.
has
We're
clear
going to
so...
lunch.
priorities.
I will show you where the dining hall is.
I could just wander around, but Haniel doesn't want me to do that.
I don't want you to do that.
All right.
Terrified
go.
of what you might find.
Haneo almost smiles.
Hey, you got him to smile.
I-
He's only done that like twice in the 100 years I know him.
I will meet you at the dining hall where we will have everyone gather together. And he kind of breaks off. Atreus knows he's probably going to go ring the bell to kind of summon everyone together.
Are you guys, I'm going to lead the way to the dining hall, but are you both all right with closing a portal here before we go back to Saltmarsh?
It seems like our best option if there's actually a way to do it.
I think there should be. I mean,
Under the ice?
okay. So, here's the thing. Thousand Tooths was underneath the water, remember? And I was able to find that then, so as long as we can maybe get some of the ice melted, which I'm fairly certain Mina can do super easily, I can swim down there and find it.
Hopefully not freeze down there.
I mean, I'm pretty used to these temperatures.
Mm.
They're not that bad. Which is ironic, seeing as Amelia is currently, bundled in a literal blanket because I'm freezing all the time.
Do you take
Not
ice baths
for
often?
you.
Me? I mean, when I was here, frequently, that's like all that was.
No
So
wonder
either
he
you
was so
smelled
broody.
He's just cold.
He's just
Hungry.
cold and hungry. Yeah.
Sexless. This is a terrible place.
I didn't write it.
I wrote my worst nightmare. Cold.
Hungry and sexless.
Hungry, sexless, and cold.
Winter of
People that
2019.
judge your every step.
The winter of 2019 for me. Thanks. God, I was so skinny that winter though. R.I.P. Hot Amelia.
You mean cold Amelia? Freezing.
Yeah, cold Amelia.
Pale.
Freezing cold. Yeah, that's true.
Skeletal.
Spartan Amelia though. So, yeah, so if I can swim down there and find it. That shouldn't be. I just would need.
Just know that if you freeze under that lake, I'm not coming in after you. I hate water.
I didn't.
Cold water is
No,
worse.
I know. Don't worry. I didn't expect you to come after me.
I would be going after you, so don't worry about it.
Well,
But
no,
please don't
if
make
you
me.
do that, then I'd have to go after you.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you would go after Mina,
I
but
am
not
an
after
athlete.
me. Wow.
I'm an expert swimmer.
Yes, but you're also warm-blooded.
So I'll boil
Are
the
you
water
not?
a
Are
little
you
bit.
a lizard? What the fuck?
I already said I wasn't planning to go in.
So you don't wear pants and you're cold-blooded? I'm very confused. What are you?
He's extra planar.
Stop trying to figure it
I'm not
out.
from around
just never
here, in
will.
case you hadn't noticed.
So yes, if we can come up with a plan that is not complete lunacy, then yeah, let's go close a portal. Because then
Okay.
we'll have more soldiers to close other portals. Let me wrap that up real quick.
I still argue that
Yeah.
Atreus swimming under a frozen water is lunacy. But if his wife allows it,
Well-
I can't argue with that.
Well, oh wise one, do you have a different plan? Because I'm all ears. I would not prefer to swim under a frozen lake.
At least let's see if there are any resources that can help resist the cold while you would do such a thing.
I'm half undead.
And half aquatic.
But you're not dead.
No, but my heart beats like 3 times every minute. The cold does nothing.
Doesn't
to
that
me.
just make you cold-blooded, in which case the
I'm
cold would stop you
cold.
faster than a warm-blooded person?
I don't think so. I've never been very bothered by the cold temperatures.
So the cold has never bothered you anyway?
No, I just let it go.
There
Can't
it is.
hold me back anymore. Turn away, slam the door. I don't care what you're going to say. We're just gonna let this storm rage on. It's cold, it never bothered me anyway.
You're not very great at poetry, my love. Anyway, we're going to lunch.
I'm so good at poetry. I wrote a poem on your fucking trident, and it
Oh, I
was
thought-
romantic.
It was romantic. I didn't know if you maybe have gotten it out of a book.
No, I wrote that.
Okay.
Oh, you wrote that?
That one was not one of your winners.
It's because it was in common. Atreus only speaks poetically in Elvish.
No, bitch.
Yeah. It doesn't translate nicely.
Doesn't translate well. Yeah.
It still rhymes, but that's not what makes good poetry. It's what makes, decent rap music.
Decent rap music.
Atreus Hamilton. It's just... All right. So,
There is a single gonging of a very pale bell from up overhead. You would assume if it were a war bell, it would be going and continuing on. If it were anything other than just a come hither to eat, Mina's general gaze, then it would be a little more violent, a little more powerful. But leaving the sanctuary in Hanael's office, you find yourselves looking down over basically a 2-tiered castle. Again, a lot of it's in ruins, not from destruction, but just old age, where you have a whole bunch of warriors and no real masons, where the blacksmith doesn't take pride in restoring things as much as making weapons. So you see the fire of the smithy nearby. You see a large stone building, because again, if it were made of wood, it probably would have burned in the amount of... Yeah, it's just not that kind of land. So a stone building where people seem to be slowly flocking to. 2 chimneys come out of either side of this very long, large structure. And you would guess that it is probably less cold inside.
is that an accurate guess?
Yeah. You start to see people moving. A dozen at first, 2 dozen. By the time you enter the guild, basically we're going to call it a meat hall, but there's probably 50 or so people here. This is definitely the most Atreus has ever seen in the stronghold at once, but it is not an army. Mina's been on ships with more men than this. And the one thing you do notice, everyone is very well equipped. No one has less than 3 weapons. Everyone is actively in armor, from literally the people serving food to the people drinking ale. There is a hierarchy to the tables that you quickly can figure out because the younger tend to be flocked together. The older seem to be more aligned. And there is one table that currently only has one person sitting at it, and it has a total of 4 chairs. Hanael is nowhere to be seen.
Do I recognize anyone here, or does it look like most of my people that I knew and stuff had kind of died?
The ones you recognized last time you were here are still here.
Okay.
A couple of people that you met last time you are here. And then one very old friend whom you assumed was dead looks up at you from behind a whole turkey leg and just stares. You see the little dwarf just eyeing you down as she lowers the turkey leg and brushes some of the turkey juice out of her beard and looks at you even closer. You're not dead!
Neither are you.
Hey! Not dead!
Does she have a name that I know?
Do we have a Penelope in this world?
Do we have Penelope?
Wait, she feels
Penny.
like a Penelope. She feels
Great.
like a Penelope.
Penelope. Oh god, I didn't even see you the last time I was here, which wasn't that long ago, but...
Oh no, I just got back last week.
Where the fuck have you been?
Oh, there's... Oh, well, there were ghasts and there were ghouls, and they kept mating, and that was gross. Put an end to them in the act.
I do not envy you there.
No, it's the stench alone was ungodly.
Well, we've been closing up portals that are letting in all the undead.
I've heard sort of Eucidium.
Oh yeah, did you hear about the Dreadwood?
I did not.
Oh yeah, not haunted anymore, incidentally.
Ooh. Was that you?
Yes.
Them?
Yes.
That is not Eucidium around your bird's neck.
That is not. He's not a bird. That's rude. This is my friend Akir, and this is my wife Mina.
Hello.
I heard.
Yeah,
She holds up.
I know.
Thank you.
And the dwarf stands up, brushes herself off, and walks out and just kind of puts out a big greasy hand to Mina. And
How do you do that?
yeah, it shakes your hand and then claps it.
Solid
That's a
grip.
good man. You know.
I know.
All right.
Is he good in the sack?
What do you think?
No one would know.
Well, we'll keep on guessing.
Do you know how many of them tried?
What?
Like 4 of them.
No, no one tried. That's not
Was it a
not
lack
true.
of interest
He's
or
still like that.
intelligence?
And are they still here? Because
Now,
I
Mina,
don't
don't
even-
be jealous.
what? Simple arm wrestling competitions.
He didn't even notice. It's fine. It's fine. We're water under the century-old bridge.
I did kind of have to get in his way to get his attention, so I get it.
All right. Well, good to hear you haven't changed much, my old friend. Come, eat with all of us. Share a meal. I'm assuming you are the reason we all got called for an early lunch.
Yes. So, about the suicide mission that we seem to be going on tomorrow, my
She almost
wife
like raised her hand.
has. Mhm. My wife has some ideas about ways to get more effective, and seeing as she's
suicide.
probably the most deadly person I know, I think everyone should listen to her.
Oh.
Also, incidentally,
You got my vote.
in case people don't want
Yo.
to listen to her because she hasn't been an order member, she has Eusidium's favor, like literally. Night-
Just pull the shield over, like,
I saw.
Night
Didn't
Render
question
literally
her.
speaks to her.
Still not sure about him.
oh, that's a gear. He has literally saved our lives multiple times, so
Yeah,
It's-
I call it a wing and a prayer. We do this thing.
there I
It's
think
quite effective.
you know, I don't know what the gods are into, but his god, like I think Eusidium might have the hots for her. I'm just speculating.
Don't mean that. No.
Akira's gonna give Mina the same look that the dwarf is giving Mina right now.
I mean,
No.
suddenly he's allowing marriage. You don't think he maybe has someone he has an eye on? Like, I don't know. And I've seen them work together quite well.
She gives you a
And-
little elbow in the hip.
I'll have you know that Sirenita is spoken for.
Oh,
Let's
That's
also.
what they all say.
That's not a theory you should be saying too loudly in a place where people are still getting used to that whole idea of marriage and other partnerships. Just
please. Anyway, he's cool. So,
We're all
I-
cold, but
yeah.
and
Yeah.
she
okay,
turns
Addie.
around and you see that there's a huge chunk of the back of her head that is healed, but it has not regrown hair, as it looks like something probably scratched off, sliced up, or just generally took a full-on bite out of the back of her head and neck.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
that
she was
is-
almost killed by a werewolf, actually.
That is a gnarly scar.
Yes.
She's probably got one of the coolest ones of all the entire Brotherhood, actually. Although Caiape's is pretty cool too. I think she might have you beat.
Yes. To the meat. And
What
she-
do you know about Caiape's scars that I don't?
That you'll have to find out tonight.
No.
And she sits back down and starts just going to town back on the turkey leg. Mina just does a quick assessment, and you realize she has about 7 or 8 axes on her of various sizes, shapes, and makes. Even there's not even one common theme. It's kind of like an axe for every occasion. type Swiss Army axe.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Now, did you collect all of those axes or just source them from different locations?
Oh, we don't buy things. This one and this one were made by Franco over there. That's why they have, Eucidium in the metal. The good old sword and scales. This
That's
one.
what Muda has pulled any plate and just started eating.
Yeah. This one, and she just starts going on about the various, basically the other axes are trophies that she's won, off of various things. This was a Minotaur skeleton's hand axe.
Ooh.
Yes, that guy. When he crumpled, it's.
We
And-
fought a minotaur at some point. That was cool. Right in the
There-
basement.
I think there were 2 of them.
Oh yeah.
Avoid
Yeah.
the horns.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she hikes up her kilt and shows this massive gash through her thigh.
Oh come on.
This was like 2 years ago. It's fine. It's fine now.
He's so jealous that he can't scar.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Yes. It's fine.
It's fine. And,
Skulls are badges of honor in the run. It's just stupid.
not when you've seen. Never mind. So I think we're all just waiting on Hanael at this point. And you see her turn and look at the table of 4, which now has 2 residents. And for the most part, most tables are generally filled. There's close to 70 people here now, including yourselves. And I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight.
Solid.
Gotta give our plans for how to attack in the Discord.
In the Discord.
And Akira's still skeptical about swimming under ice water.
It's fair. It's fair skepticism.
It's gonna go well.
Uh-huh. Our Scooby-Doo plans always go so well.
Mina's just not convinced
They
that we're even
do!
gonna get to the lake, so
Akira's after
Yeah,
hearing
that's what the part she's
Haniel's
worried about.
after hearing Haniel's plan, Akira's just like, great. Now there's just like 70 people that think like Atreus, and that's a lot of bad plans about to happen.
Wow.
Using mainly spoons.
So this is a whole brotherhood of harebrained ideas. Okay. Well,
No wonder you guys keep dying.
Somehow they're alive,
Wow.
but no one knows about them. So
no. Actually, you should be saying that's all there's left, not somehow they're alive. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
they've been under siege for who knows how long. They could all just be dead.
they could. There could also be a lot more of them.
There could be more that are out in the wild doing the things that I do, you
Well,
know?
they were recalled.
They were recalled. So there's
Also,
probably like,
it is
you know,
it is worth noting
15.
to Janine's point
Yeah.
that this is a massive fortress and there's only 70 people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Order of Eucidium has seen better days.
Has it though?
I doubt it. Me, Janine, and
We
Peter
just
are all
keep
very
trucking
skeptical
along.
of this
I think-
order
I think
and
it's just
every way it operates.
Been very good at
Oh.
a high turnover rate and trying to
Yeah.
maintain
Yep.
flow.
Self-sustaining.
Yeah,
It's a multi-level marketing scheme.
you know, it's starting to feel that way. Actually, it's felt that way the whole time.
Also, you can't buy stuff for yourself. You have to just give back to the order.
You just Right, and accept donations from viewers like you. Thank you.
Listen, I didn't want to put I put a decent amount of thought into this order. But there are some things I was like, I don't want to think about things too heavily, so I'm just going to make it the dumbest, simplest answer possible and say, well, it's tradition, okay? I went full church mode and said, it's tradition, this is how we do things, and I don't have to tell you why.
And we're, Rita's just like, we're in a reconstruction area.
No.
We're gonna evaluate some of these things.
We're going to actually look at our theology.
See, wait.
Has anyone
See,
noticed
why-
yet that
for why
Eusidium
though?
doesn't have a mouth, and therefore he needs a mouth, and so Mina is going to fill that role. Mouth of Eusidium. Her word is command.
That is Hanael's role
Wait.
as the High Cleric. He took on that role when he handed his sword down to Atreus.
And
Yeah.
He speaks for the trees. I mean, the dead. I mean, the scales.
speak for the scales, and Mina will sass him as he should be sassed. Sass him
Mina's
appropriately,
essentially his daughter-in-law.
pretty much. Which is the same exact relationship I have with my father-in-law. So this
It's
was
true.
not an act. I've
No,
been
I've seen her
practicing
act.
for 8
I've seen
years.
her do this.
Method acting.
8
Draw from
years
real
of
life.
practice. We're doing it
All
like
right.
this. Why though? What do you mean why though? I asked why though.
Because it's tradition. Well, it sucks. So
Well,
We're gonna go talk about that and make a new plan because I said so.
Because I said so. Ah,
we
are now at
I now have to draw a map.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you don't actually look sad. That sounded like a happy, ooh, I have to draw a map.
Draw a map now.
I think it was more of a like a slight excitement, but a slight fear about will he have enough time to draw a map that he wants to draw, or is he going to be disappointed in the quality of map that he has time to draw?
My average maps
It's
are made
going-
on napkins.
I'm
so-
gonna say it's gonna be made on a napkin and then either eaten by one of my children or crumpled up and thrown away by me.
Or, as last time I submitted a napkin map, set on
Burn.
fire.
yeah.
Because that happened.
Yeah, that was fun. That was me. I do love.
Which then
loving
taught
coloring
our
your map.
7-year-old I should probably put a napkin on the stove, and did not end well for anybody.
Well, it's gotta
Be
learn
like
how
that.
to
Don't
Cautious.
play with fire or stoves, kids.
Unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, Robert.
Control your fireballs.
Mina.
There you go.
All right, are we wrapping this?
Wrap it
I
up.
think
Yes.
this is a good
All
wrap.
right. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week. Join the Discord where we will find out what this hairball scheme is. But until then, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.